Okay guys, we're at Tokyo Disneyland today. It's another hot one today, but we're going to Tokyo Disneyland, which is like Magic Kingdom, but you have a few interesting unique rides like Beauty and the Beast, Cruise Honey Hunt, Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek, and then like you have Splash Mountain, which is pretty cool, but then the rest are just like kind of
and Jungle Cruise too.
Oh, Jungle Cruise is a little different, but it's just Magic Kingdom with subtle differences. I think we'll probably go to Splash Mountain first because I think that's the way you beat out the way, at least that's how you do it in America. You go in the morning. That's in the back of the park, but we'll see. Guys, I'm sitting on the ground like all the other Japanese people. We're here pretty early. Welcome to Tokyo Disneyland. This is a very different entrance than I'm used to. You don't have the Main Street train station. Also, check out our Fire Ass merch. I thought that Main Street was covered here, but I forgot that was a thing, but it makes sense. It rains a lot here. The castle looks like the exact same as Magic Kingdom here. It's interesting. This is so funny. The workers are on both sides of us spraying us. Oh, that feels nice. Oh, it's good to be back. Please don't take this one away. It's the last one. I can't tell if it's a unique layout or not. It uses Magic Kingdom. It looks like a lot like Magic Kingdoms, but I feel like it's mirrored. But we'll see. Get soaked version now operating. I want to know what the not get soaked version is. Because how do you do that? The station building is unlike anything I've ever seen in other Splash Mountains. It's all underground in a cave. It's pretty cool. I honestly think that's the best iteration of Splash Mountain. And I don't know, it's basically a mirror layout of Magic Kingdom. There's some very subtle differences, but most of the differences come from the sets, which they're all really good. I feel like the animatronics are like the best here.
I agree. I never got to see Magic Kingdoms. I've ridden Disneyland's tons of times, but all the animatronics were great. They had a lot of effects that don't normally work on the Disneyland version, like they had fog in quite a few places. It was just really, really well done.
Yeah, no, it was. And it felt a lot like Magic Kingdom version. I mean, there's a couple differences. There's a Crush Destroyer. I don't know, it's going to be a common trend among Disney parks here. Wait, no, not Disney parks.
Just parks, yeah.
It's just parks here. So I don't know what that was about, but yeah, that's a very solid ride. And it's basically a mirrored layout of Magic Kingdoms, but I think they do the sets and the animatronics a lot better. And some of the songs are in English, which is not weird. Like Happy Place or Laughing Place.
Laughing Place is all in English, yeah.
Yeah, it's all in English. So that was weird. But yeah, I think that's a solid ride. I think we're gonna. That's one of three that we can't use the free fast pass system for. So the other two are Beauty and the Beast and Baymax Happy Ride, which I don't know if we'll do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go do Haunted Mansion right now because it's right here. And I don't think it has much of a wait, so let's go do that. It's kind of weird. Haunted Mansion is literally in Fantasyland here. Like there's Haunted Mansion, and here's Fantasyland. I feel like that was a very standard Haunted Mansion, like not crazy differences. There's like a spider room and like some other interesting stuff that were a little different, but it felt very standard. Same pre-show, mostly same layout. I think it was, I don't know, that's what I thought of it.
Yeah, I agree. There was like a new section in the beginning though, because they didn't have the turning heads in the queue line. The queue line was really short from the elevator to the actual ride. So they put those turning heads at the beginning of the ride, which is kind of a nice scene.
Yeah, but I don't know, I think it's still pretty standard. Like, what is it, Madame Leota or whatever? She still speaks in English, which I find really funny. But yeah, I say that's very standard. We're gonna do Peter Pan's Flight right now. It's only 20 minutes. And we're right here, so might as well do it. Plus, it's like one of my actual favorite like Fantasyland dark rides that I never really get to do. It's always like an hour wait in California.
Yeah.
But 20 minutes isn't bad, so I'll wait that for sure. I don't know how much I like that compared to the other Peter Pan.
Yeah, that was alright.
I couldn't tell. Was it like significantly worse because it felt like that?
I thought so too.
I don't know. Something about that just didn't sit the same way out of Peter Pan. So, I don't know. I still think it's like one of the better Fantasyland dark rides though because of the whole ride system. But,
Yeah.
But I don't know. This one wasn't special in Japan. So, I don't really know what we're gonna do now because we have like Space Mountain like a free priority pass thing in like 20 minutes, but you have to burn 20 minutes somehow, so we'll see what we end up doing. These cranes are breaking my immersion. They're building the new Space Mountain over there. It's gonna be insane. Okay, we decided to get something to eat. We got these sandwiches. What are they called?
Croque Monsieur.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too fancy for me. I got this apple caramel churro that looks fire. We'll see if it's good or not. Okay, we just finished eating. We're gonna go do Space Mountain now because we have our priority pass for it. So, see you there. Here's Space Mountain in all its glory. I have heard that it's the worst Space Mountain. It's Disneyland's layout without the onboard audio, from what I've heard. We're gonna go see if that's right or not. So I'm excited that they're building like a crazy intimate version of Space Mountain that's gonna be probably the best Space Mountain upon opening. So it's closing in like 20 days, so it's on its last legs. We'll check it out. Damn, we're going up an escalator. Whee! Space Mountain, presented by Coca-Cola. All the rides here are sponsored, which is really funny. The station has a lot more eerie vibe to it than Anaheim. I like the station a lot more. Man, that was so bad. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, one thing aside, a new future awaits in 2027. Oh, I can't wait for that. This was like non-Space Mountain, I don't like one Space Mountain at all. It's just like quiet. I can hear people screaming really loudly, but it's just quiet when you're going through the layout. It's so boring. Like, it's not fun. Like, the music makes Space Mountain and there's no music. And I just think it sucks.
I never realized how many right turns are on the Disneyland layout. Like, it's all right turns.
It's all right turns until the last. Well, the first turn off the lift is a left turn, and the last turn going into the brake run is a left turn, and then all of it's right turns. But yeah, that just felt really uninspired and like just weak. I can't wait for the Intamin one because I think it's gonna be so much better.
Yeah.
Like so much better.
It'll probably be the best Space Mountain when it opens.
Yeah, for sure. But that is probably the worst Space Mountain as it stands right now. And it's also really dark compared to other Space Mountains. You get that
Yeah,
too?
I got that too.
There's not a lot of like stuff. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. Like as a Space Mountain show, like I don't even want to ride it again. When I came out of Space Mountain, I'm like, oh yeah, that was amazing, and I want to ride that again because it's like a fun experience. That wasn't that fun. I don't know. That's the only thing I think is really lacking here compared to the other Disney parks. Is Space Mountain really took a hit. I think right now we're gonna do Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek. It's a unique attraction for here, and I'm actually really excited to do it. It's like a ride where you just like point your flashlight and stuff, and you can interact with all those sets. So it seems pretty interesting and it's unique to here. So I'm excited to check that out. But yeah, Space Mountain, not it. Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek. That sign is pretty small, but here's a line. We have the staff to make kids laugh. Drake 2024, probably.
Okay,
I didn't love Monsters Inc. as much as I thought it was, but it's a very fun ride. Like, you can interact with all the sets and you just like point your flashlight everywhere and everything moves, everything works, which is very surprising. But that's a common trend here. Their effects actually work. But I don't know. I really wish there was a point system because they make it competitive and they make it seem more like there's a purpose. But I guess your purpose is having fun, which is, I guess, good enough.
It's a really
the
fun
rate's
ride.
supposed to have 15 and it's shorter than when we got in it. It was so capped, bro.
Yeah.
It said it was 30 minutes and it was not.
Wait times are strange here.
They are a little goofy. But yeah, I think we're gonna do Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters now, an actual competitive shooting game. I like Astro Blasters a lot.
He's
so
probably gonna beat me again because
I
I'm
don't
not very
know.
good at it.
We'll see. I've lost to people before.
Yeah, but not me.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I think we're gonna do that before we do like Thunder Mountain and stuff. So yeah. Okay, this line looks hot, so we're going to do Jungle Cruise instead because it has no wait. Adventureland. And it's time to do Jungle Cruise, or we're not gonna understand a single joke because it's in Japanese. That was a pretty good Jungle Cruise ride, I'm not even gonna lie.
I really wish I could speak Japanese because that guy was crazy.
That guy seemed funny, I don't know. He did a lot of goofy stuff, like he's striking poses and shit. But we couldn't understand any of it. But this is definitely better than Jungle Cruises at Magic Kingdom in Disneyland Anaheim. For sure. I like the indoor segment and stuff, it's cool. The go to Jungle Cruise out Hong Kong, like that one's insane. But this one, it's really good. It's better than the ones in America. But you can't understand the joke, so you don't get the full experience. But yeah, that was a pretty cool ride, and it's short wait, so it's nice. I think we're gonna do the train while we wait for Thunder Mountain. It's unlike the Disneyland Railroad where it goes around the park, it just like goes around the Adventureland section. And you get on and off at the same point, so it's more like I don't know, it's a different type of train.
More of an experience than an actual transportation ride.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go do that really quick. Damn, That's the loudest thing I've ever heard. Wow, that is so loud.
しまいましたね。しかし有名なスプラッシュマウンテンです。
I didn't think that was as good as the Disneyland Railroad, but it wasn't really that bad. You got some good views of Thunder Mountain, and like you have like the dinosaur scene. So I mean, it stays true to the Disneyland Railroad, but it's not as special. It's time for Thunder Mountain now, and we have priority pass, so it's gonna be that bad. Time for Big Thunder. The facade's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like this like wood shack looking thing.
実はこの山の周りでは
Okay, we just got off Thunder Mountain, and I say that's the weakest out of the 3 that I've been on. So this park is really taking hits with how good their coaster collection is, which is interesting because they shine in a lot of other places, but definitely not coasters here.
It's a good thing they're getting a new Space Mountain. That's probably going to be the best one.
Yeah, yeah, because that was, I don't know, it's kind of weaker Thunder Mountain. It ran pretty slow, had a lot less laterals, which is what Thunder Mountain is fun for.
Yeah.
Just a lot less speed in general, which is kind of a bummer, but yeah, it is what it is. I like the layout though. The third lift hill was a lot like normally Big Thunder dies out after the third lift hill, but I thought the third lift hill was the strongest part of this Big Thunder.
I agree.
Like the layout after the third lift hill. It's also a little bumpy. Not rough, not bad, nowhere close to that, but bumpy, which is not what the other Thunder Mountains are. It's just interesting. I don't know what we're gonna do now. We still gotta do Beauty and the Beast and then go get the credit in Toontown. So I don't know what we're gonna do exactly, but we'll just walk and see what happens. Okay, on our way to Toontown, we're doing It's a Small World because it's a 5-minute wait, which basically means there's no wait. It's very colorful here, like very colorful. This station pavilion is a lot cooler than any of the other Small Worlds. I'm not gonna lie. Sick. Bro's T-posing. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you with my review of Small World, but I needed that because it was really hot out. We're gonna go back to getting some credits, so you'll enjoy that part probably more than this. Okay, scratch that. We're not getting credits. We're gonna do Beauty and the Beast, which is a trackless dark ride, and that's unique to here. So we're gonna check this out. Also, look at this castle. It's pretty sick. Damn, that is a talk. I've never seen one, bro. That was crazy. Like, actually, peak Disney right there.
There are so many cool effects on that ride, like how they kept setting the table. You turn around for a second, then more of the table would be set. The transition from the Beast being the Beast back to a human again, that was one of the best transitions on any Disney ride ever.
That was insane. Like, and it's such a long ride because they dispatch 6 cars at a time, and you guys and the 6 cars just hang out with each other in one room. So you go from one room to the next room to the next. You spend a lot of time in each room because they do 6 cars at once. So it's a very long ride, and you get a lot out of it. It never gets boring.
Yeah.
There's so much to look at. The music is great. The lighting is great. Like, it just adds so much to the experience.
And the way the cars dance with each other is really cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love Trackless Dark Rides, and I think this is like one of the best ones. Like, I would say it's up there with Rise of the Resistance. I mean, we're gonna see how Cruise Honey Hunt is in like just a little bit, but that was crazy. That's peak Disney. I would wait for that again. Maybe we will. We have a lot more time left today, not a lot to do. So, but that was insane. I really like that ride. Like, and I think Disney did a real home run with that one. But we're gonna go do, I think, Roger Rabbit's probably, and then go get the credit for the last credit of this park.
Yeah.
I think so. Toontown, and then, I don't know, maybe some more Tomorrowland shenanigans. I don't know, we'll see. But that was insane. I love that ride. That was like, probably my favorite in the park. For sure. I like it more than Space Mountain and Thunder Mountain here.
I agree.
And I'll stand by that opinion till the day I die, probably. We'll see if something changes. Or the new Space Mountain. The new Space Mountain, that will probably change my opinion. But we're gonna go do Toontown now. We'll see you there. Welcome to Toontown. Yes, sir. Okay, time to do Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin. I'm a sole believer that this ride is underrated, so I really like this ride. I forgot how sick this queue line is. It's like really cool. We're spinning! Roger Rabbit is very, very, very similar here. It's like, I still think it's a time to underrated, but I don't know why it's like not e-ticket levels. But I feel like it's trying to be, especially with the queue line
Yeah.
and like how well the sets are, but like it just doesn't feel like that. I don't know if it's the ride system or lack of a cohesive storyline that I can't follow. I don't know. I just don't think it's a top tier ride. We're gonna do a Gadget Go Coaster and get the last credit of the park for the third. There's 3. Yeah. So we're gonna go do that really quickly. We don't have much of a wait because family coasters or kiddie coasters do not get big waits here. I don't know what reason. Maybe people realize that they're actually not good rides. But we're gonna go check it out. Okay, so we just rode Gadget Go Coaster and got credit completion, which is only 3 coasters, but I don't know what we're gonna do now. You'll see. Okay, we just rewrote Beauty and the Beast because I'm a massive fan for that ride. I already think it's like a top 5 Disney ride in the whole world already, so I don't know, it's for sure the best at this park. We're gonna do Pooh's Honey Hunt now and see how that compares. That's another trackless ride system for Fantasyland rides, so we'll go see. A very cool entrance. Shows that you're going in the book and introduces the story. Okay, we just finished Pooh's Honey Hunt, and that was a very solid trackless dark ride. It's actually surprisingly good for being one of Disney's first, which was not what I was expecting. I mean, everything from start to finish is just pretty much very well presented. Storyline is very basic and it's the same as the other Winnie the Pooh rides, but it works well. And I think the trackless dark ride system is perfect for this ride. And I think they used it to a really high ability. Like the first room, you follow Pooh around on a balloon, and then you get to a thing where Tigger's bouncing, and you go bouncing with Tigger, which is crazy. And then what do you do? And then the scene of the transition from Winnie the Pooh starts dreaming is sick, and then you go in the Heffalump room, which is pure chaos. It also smells really good in there. I don't really know if it's honey, but it smells good. In terms of original rides here, I think Beauty and the Beast is definitely first, then it's Winnie the Pooh, and then it's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I don't really know what we're going to do next. We've done most of the park at this point. We just have a few more things like Star Tours and Buzz Lightyear to do. And a few more fancy dark rides. But we've done pretty much literally everything here today.
Both this
and
Beauty
this
and the Beast.
direction, so.
Because that's Toontown.
Yeah, no, but like compared to us, as others go like that direction. But yeah, we'll see what we're going to do. Okay, we ended up doing the Baymax ride because why not? And also, it's only a 30-minute wait. Okay, guys, we're dipping out after we realize how stupid that is. We saw it run once and that was about it. So we're gonna go do Star Tours.
We might come back though just to see if the cult becomes
more apparent. There's a cult following for that ride. We'll explain it later when we come back. Star Tours, the adventures continue. I don't think there's gonna be anything that interesting that comes out of this. But there's no wait. This is a cool queue layout, I guess. But otherwise, I don't think there's too much of a difference. Oh, here's the main room. This looks more familiar. This boarding process is way different. Whoa, that's interesting. And that was nothing too special. Not some new scenes, but I feel like every time I ride this, I get new scenes. And they always add stuff. Like last time we were at Disneyland in California, they had completely different stuff. So I don't know if it's specific to Japan or if they're just adding new stuff across the board. But
I think those were old scenes actually.
yeah, that also could work.
I'm pretty sure those were like old scenes from 7 or 8 years ago, which was actually really nice to see them again.
Yeah, that would make sense too. But I've never seen something like that before. But yeah, they have 6 gates instead of 4 at this park, which is crazy, and probably why there's literally 0 wait.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was just something. I don't love Star Tours, so it's just something to fill the time. I'm really hungry, so I want to go eat now.
All right. See you
Gotta
then.
find something to eat. Chat, we're getting waffles, and this place is very popular. Like very popular, and it looks fire. I'm not even gonna lie. Look at all those waffles. Damn, look at our fire waffles. It actually looks so good and it smells so good.
Yeah.
And I just jizzed all over it, so.
Bro, that's not jizz. That's.
No, it's jizz. From waffles, now we have our dinner. We went to a curry place, the Hungry Bear restaurant. It's a curry place here. That's crazy. And you got a beef patty, right? Or thing.
Yeah.
And it has a Mickey Mouse egg. And I got katsu, which is one of my favorite things to get. Also, they don't have chopsticks here. It's a disgrace. Look, everyone's lining up for a parade right now. We're going to Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster and do that really quick. Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster, sponsored by Fujifilm. If it wasn't for the Japanese, I could be anywhere in the world right now. Or like any Disney park in the world right now. I may have maxed it out. Like,
This is so stupid.
I may have maxed it out. I don't know what happened. What? That was hella bugged. I just maxed out my score. And it's not like I was even trying. Those blasters are so much inaccurate compared to like
The ones at Disneyland and Disney World, yeah.
That's crazy. I maxed it out. I'm pretty sure the system was broken because I'm like almost certain every time I hit an orange, I got 100K. But it took me till the very last room to max it out because I was shooting at purples and blues like I normally do. But the guns are so inaccurate, it took me like 10 shots to finally hit one thing. I don't know. I maxed it out. I think it was more of a system error than a user thing.
Yeah.
My best score before 999, 999, whatever, was 250,000. So it's not like I can just get a million like that. There's something definitely wrong with the system. But now whenever I go to Disneyland, I'm just gonna tell everyone I got 999,999. You know, because
the bragging rights.
Yeah, the bragging rights. They'll be like, oh really? I'm like, yeah. Okay, well, let's go show you the coal following. Okay guys, you want me to explain this coal? So basically, these ride operators do this dances. Oh yeah, there's a guy right there doing it. These ride operators do these dances. And then, so there's people whose sole job it is, well they buy tickets just to dance in the queue line. I don't see a lot of them right now, but some people just sit here the whole day and just dance. Like the ride operators, it's a coordinated dance every time. And that's the Baymax Coal at Tokyo Disneyland. This ride is hype though, but it's not incredibly unique enough for us to actually check it out. Guys, we're in the Beauty and the Beast section of the park, and it looks stunning at night. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks so good. And yes, we're back. This is my favorite ride here. So we did some re-rides. We got 5 rides on Beauty and the Beast, and we got another re-ride on Boo's Honey Hunt. And I honestly believe that those 2 rides are like the best rides in this park. Like,
I agree, easily the best rides in this park.
Those 2 Trackless Dark rides are by far the best rides in the park. The coasters let me down a little bit here, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not too disappointing because it's Disneyland. It's like, it's not known for their coasters, obviously. So I wasn't too bummed out. And I kind of already knew Space Mountain was a loss before coming here. Teacher Pinocchio makes strange noises. Overall, I would say this is a very good park. I was pleasantly surprised by this park. I've heard it's on the weaker side for Disney parks, from a lot of people I know, but I didn't think that was the case. It definitely was like weaker than Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. But
yeah.
I don't know if you could beat those, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, you have Disney Sea next door, so.
Yeah, Disney Sea next door solves all their problems. But like, with Beauty and the Beast and Winnie the Pooh, I think this park does not get all the hate that it deserves, and it's a great Disney park. It's everything you want here.
Especially with Beauty and the Beast. That is like top 5 Disney ride.
That is a top Disney ride in the entire world. I don't think there's I don't know. I don't know if you can make a case against it. It's an elite ride. But yeah, there's a lot of things that were like not operating today. Like I'm really upset that there's no fireworks. Well, not really upset. I'm just unhappy that there's no fireworks. I wish there was, but it's not the end of the world. And then Pirates was closed, but you know, nothing beats Pirates in Anaheim. Unless you're Coaster Studios, he hates that Pirates in Anaheim for no reason.
Yeah,
but,
or Battle for Sunken Treasure at Shanghai.
Yeah, but overall this is a great park, and I definitely see myself coming back here, especially with the Space Mountain on the horizon. And I will turn this park into a much better park. I feel like what this resort is lacking is a truly elite coaster.
Yeah.
Because Raging Spirits is a pile of garbage, and Thunder Mountain and Space Mountain don't help this park's case, this resort's case. So I think I keep on calling it Space Mountain will help a lot. Overall, I had a very good day here. I think this is a great park. It definitely is a little lacking compared to other Disney parks, but it is by no means bad. Like, nowhere close to that.
It's a Disney park. You have all the Disney classics. You still get the same Disney magic that you would hope for in a Disney park. It's a great time.
And Splash Mountain is also here.
Yeah,
they
that's a big benefit.
Yet, and I hope they don't. Because before Beauty and the Beast and Boo's Honey Hunt and stuff, Splash Mountain was carrying this park on its back. Next week,
tomorrow.
But next week for you guys, we're gonna go to Disney Sea. So that will be the last vlog of this series, and yeah, it's all coming to an end. So yeah, that's all for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.